008 to 040. Intro plus setup, hook plus promise, on-screen overlay. Quick split stats, length, wheelbase, key visual trait. VO. The 2025 Toyota GT Super speaks athletic menace. Long hood, compact greenhouse, active aero that breathes. The 2025 Sonata Hybrid Black. It's restrained, urban, sculpted for efficiency with a premium face. We'll examine proportions, lighting signatures, surfaces, and the paint choices that change everything, plus camera and thumbnail notes so you can film them right. 040 to 2 o'clock. Proportion and silhouette, GT Super, visual. Silhouette passes, 85mm telephoto smooth arc. VO. Start with silhouette. The GT Super's long nose and steep rear haunches are classic halo car proportions, low nose, wide hips, short overhangs. That negative space above the rear axle creates power even when stationary. On camera. Use low-angle dolly shots, 24-70mm for context, 85-135mm for compression, to exaggerate that long hood and planted rear. On-screen overlay. Long hood, short overhang, aggressive stance. 2 o'clock to 3:40. Proportion and silhouette, Sonata Hybrid Black, visual. Sonata cruising into frame, 50mm and 35mm passes. VO. The Sonata Hybrid's balance leans toward civilized elegance. Longer greenhouse for interior light, elongated rocker panels that create the visual of motion even at rest. It's less about apex grip and more about urban composure. Film at chest height with a 35 to 50 mm. Use gentle gimbal pushes to show the flowing beltline and character creases. 3:40 to 5 o'clock. Surface language and details, GT Super, macro B-roll. Hood vents, carbon weave, active rear wing. VO. Surface treatment on the GT Super is kinetic. Plunging cutlines that channel air, exposed carbon weave around the splitter, and purposeful seams for active aero. DRLs are thin. Katana blade. Slashes that extend into the fender, a signature motif that reads even at night. On-screen callouts. Active wing. Deploys at 80 km/h, carbon weave bumper inserts, vent to diffuser airflow path. If using overlays, add animated arrows showing airflow. 5 o'clock to 6:20. Surface language and details, Sonata Hybrid Black, macro B-roll. Shuttered grille, integrated diffuser, hidden exhaust. VO. The Sonata Hybrid Black uses softer, continuous surfaces. Look for closed grille geometry to aid cooling control, subtle underbody fairings, and a tidy rear valance that hides exhausts for a cleaner rear. Lighting integrates with the chrome-free beltline, everything designed to reduce drag and elevate refinement. On-screen callouts. Shuttered grille, aero efficiency, hidden exhaust, diffuser integration. 6:20 to 7:40. Lighting and graphic signatures, split screen night pass. GT Super DRLs versus Sonata full width light bar. VO. Lighting tells instant brand stories. Toyota's GT DRLs slice like a hawk. Aggressive, functional. Sonata Hybrid favors a softer, full width signature that stretches the car visually and signals modern cohesion. For night cinematography, use slow 1/30th shutter passes for light trails, and a 50mm at f1.8 for that pleasing bokeh on each lamp cluster. 7:40 to 8:40. Wheel arches, tires, and stance close-ups. Center lock style wheel versus aero-efficient multi-spoke on Sonata. VO. Wheels change personality. The GT Super will show larger, center lock-inspired performance wheels with low-profile rubber and exposed brake calipers, visual aggression. Sonata's wheel choices favor aero-optimized designs and slightly taller sidewalls for ride comfort and real-world economy. On-screen overlay. GT, performance wheel, low profile, and Sonata, aero wheel comfort bias. 8:40 to 10:20. Color story and finish strategy, GT Super, swatch board appears. Renaissance red pearl, midnight carbon, glacier white metallic, matte graphite, racing. Stripe options. VO. Color on a halo car is theatrical. Bright, saturated reds and deep metallic blacks emphasize surfacing. Reds sharpen the creases, blacks make voids disappear. Offerings typically include a show red, a high-gloss black with micro flake, a pearl white that accentuates edges, and a matte graphite for track-focused visuals. Film notes. Use golden hour side light to show micro flake. Polarizer filters help when shooting high-gloss paints. 1020 to 1140. Color story and finish strategy, Sonata Hybrid Black, swatch board. Absolute Black Pearl, Deep Gloss, Graphite Satin Black, Pearl White, Urban Blue, Champagne Silver. Bow. The Black Sonata package is curated for subtlety, deep gloss blacks with multi-layer coats to bring depth, satin blacks for stealth editions, and contrast accents like piano black trim or bronze badging. Lighter options such as pearl white or champagne silver hide dust and highlight the sculpted surfaces. Film notes. For black cars, separate subject from background using hair light or rim light. Avoid uniform dark backdrops that swallow detail. 1140 to 1250. Paint treatments, accents and badging macro. Contrast roof, pinstripes, brake caliper colors. Bow. Accents sell personality. Contrasting roof panels, carbon mirror caps, and colored brake calipers are simple moves that change the narrative. GT Super. Optional exposed carbon sections and racing stripes. Sonata Hybrid Black. Subtle bronze or graphite badging, gloss black trim, and side skirts that visually lower the car. 1250 to 1350. On-screen graphics and B-roll directions for editor's checklist overlay. Text callouts, animated airflow arrows, color swatch pack. Bow. In edit, use callouts to point to wheel size, tire width, and paint finish. For each color variant, include a swatch panel, name plus code, and a 0 to 5 scale showing how much it alters perceived aggression versus calm. B-roll. Static 85mm flake shots, 24-70mm establishing arcs, and slow push-ins on badge areas. 1350 to 1440. Thumbnail and social pack notes thumbnail concept. GT Super in Renaissance red on left, Sonata in absolute black on right, bold text. GT versus Sonata. Which looks better? Bow. Thumbnail. High contrast, big color pops, 3-second rule, show the most dramatic paint and the best reflection. Include 2 small swatch chips in corner. Suggested overlay text variants. Aggression versus elegance, or halo car versus everyday icon. 1440 to 1520. Filming tips for black cars practical, Bow. Black cars are rewarding but tricky. Use strong rim light to separate edges, lower exposure by 0.3-0.7 stops to preserve highlights, and shoot at golden hour to reveal surface depth. Use a circular polarizer sparingly for saturated skies but remove it when you want to reveal micro flake. 1520 to 1600. Closing plus call to action visual. Final slow pull away showing both cars side by side at dusk. Bow. Design as storytelling. The GT Super shouts pure performance, the Sonata Hybrid Black whispers refined modernity. Which color tells the story you'd rather drive? Comment below, hit like if you want a color-only comparison reel, and subscribe for more deep design breakdowns. Pack. Color swatches in the description and lens notes for every show. End.